You gotta snap out of it, Lion-O! Call the Thundercats before...
Shut up, you fuck. I should have known the Territor didn't mean us any harm when the Sword of Omens didn't obey me. And anyway, it was just plain stupid to assume it might be bad. Just what the fuck am I talking about?
It's when Wily Cat and Kid are pretending to be the most helpful that they're dropping their pens on the thing while I'm talking. Let's find the mega condenser. I'm saying that too fast. Let's find the mega condenser. Still going too fast.
What's wrong, Lion-O?
Oh, fuck, here it is again.
What's here again?
That thing, that mega thing.
Want me to say it?
Yes!
I'm going to put this one right between her pretty.
That's the line of the show right here.
And keep your foot off that blasted Samo-flange.
What the fuck is a Samo-flange?
I have to do that again.
Oh, Lion-O! We're not...
What's the matter, Snarf?
You got a cold.
Motherfucker!
You fucking dog, yeah!
Shut the fuck up! Get over here, bitch!
Ah, damn!
Run out the fucking plank, boys! Come here, motherfucker. Thunder! 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 Thundercats! I'm going too high.
You've got to get back to the lair, Panthro, before those mutants do something drastic.
Come on, Hyman, get yourself together. Go ahead, just
I want to see your tits, my dear.
Can't stand it. Going to pass out.
Can't hold on to it any longer.
Awesome sauce! Hello everyone, this is your mentally undeveloped party host, Blinded on Wonders, the Comic Pimp. This is Awesome Sauce Radio. I hope you're having a beautiful, blessed Thursday evening. I hope you had an amazing new comic book week. Before we bring in our guest and get to the heart of the matter, I'd like to thank my sponsors. I'd like to thank the Marcos Pizza, the official pizzeria of Awesome Sauce Radio. The greatest pizzeria in all of Northern New Jersey, where they got chicken parm and calzones and espresso and mozzarella sticks. But their pizza is awesome. I highly recommend it. They're at 1926 Union Valley Road, New Jersey 07421, 973-728-1344. If you mention Awesome Sauce Radio, you can get one free order of garlic knots. And their garlic knots are an orgy of flavor in your mouth with garlic and butter. I highly recommend them. Great place to bring a date, get parties catered. DeMarco's is amazing. 1926 Union Valley Road, New Jersey 07421, 973-728-1344. Tell them by now I'm saying. Love those guys. It really is a great place to bring a date. Testify. Also want to give a big shout out to the Big Apple Comic Con. Big Apple Comic Con returns November 22nd, 2025 at the New Yorker Hotel, 841 8th Avenue in beautiful New York City. Their hours will be from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. They'll have great dealers, cosplay, action figures, all sorts of nerdy geek culture. May even be an after party. I haven't talked to Mr. Carbonaro about that yet. We're going to get him some guests. And it's going to be amazing. www.bigapplecc.com. Tell them about Adam sent you. I will be there in some capacity. Also, want to give a shout out to Garden State Comic Fest. Garden State Comic Fest happens November 28th and 29th. They have an amazing guest list. And with this guest list, of course, Blind Adam and also Sauce Radio will be there. Maitland Ward, our first East Coast comic book convention. Hells yeah. Sergeant Slaughter, Venom Artist Extraordinary, Mark Bagley, Walter and Louise Samuelson. But they're at the Kobe Center in West Orange, New Jersey, and that's June 28th and 29th. If anyone needs anything autographed and Maitland Ward and can't make it to the show, contact me via Instagram at The Real Blind Adam or X at The Comic Pimp, and I got your hookup. Yeah. And then, of course, one of the greatest variant exclusive producers on the planet. He is going to have an amazing show this upcoming Wednesday at eBay Live. Big Clutch Comics. Is Big Clutch in the house yet?
No, we don't have guests yet.
That is interesting. All right. But we do have our man in the chair, JB Wheels. What's up, JB?
Hello, everyone.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
So how's your week been so far?
Good, brother. Not too bad. Just trying to enjoy the week.
Just checking Gmail real quick, peoples.
Got you.
Because I'm a professional. All right. I sent them the link twice, so not sure what's going on there. I'll send them the link again in 5 minutes.
You never know, man.
Yep.
You never know.
Now let me just send it to them again one more time. Open Gmail. Navigation. So I know you said you haven't really been watching all much, but you said you've been doing some stuff with music. How's that going?
Pretty good, man. Just trying to get back in the studio and learning and perfecting, my voice going into the program that I use, and started just dabbling on a couple ideas. So just to see where I'm sounding, and then I'll go back, correct it, try it again. I'm just in that stage where I think I have an idea, but let me just try to practice and get that correct. And then once I do, we'll see.
That's awesome, man. It's always hard getting back on the horse again.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot. I mean, I have nights available, so it's pretty much like the only time I can actually get an idea going. So, I mean, it kind of sucks because my overnight staff is probably like, what is he doing till like 1 a.m.? But, gotta do what you can.
Ready when you're ready in the studio. Okay. That's sent. Yeah, so like I said, I think I'm finally getting over the weird chest cold I've had for the last 2 weeks.
Nice.
The eye is healing very nicely. I go back to the doctor's next Thursday, and we'll see how the eye is doing.
Nice, bro.
And check the eye pressure in both eyes, and see where we're gonna proceed from there. But I think after next Thursday, I'll be medical clear to get back to everything.
Nice.
And I've just been taking it one day at a time.
That's all you can do.
Yep. We're catching a bunch of YouTube.
Yeah.
Just doing my thing.
Of course.
But yeah, Big Clutch Comics has got some great variants on his website. I recommend people, check them out. He's got some really cool Transformers and G.I. Joe up there.
This is cool. I got this one up here, the number 1/10th print.
Yeah, that's like those look really nice in person too.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he's got a lot of good stuff, man.
You know, you know, you can't. I know you said you didn't, but you catch any clips on YouTube of any wrestling at least?
What did I watch? I think I watched Raw. Yeah, I watched Raw. Didn't watch NXT. Didn't watch Dynamite. So yeah, I watched Raw.
I got Raw, or I was half awake during Raw on Monday night.
Yeah.
You know, I dug most of it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, again, I'm loving where they're going with the Heyman storyline and things like that. So, you know.
That's probably one of his best promos in years.
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't. It kind of felt like ECW, Paul.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay. And
maybe it's because I've been missing that for quite some time.
No, but I catch what Paul Heyman does a lot. I'm starting to catch like Paul Heyman's like dedication to the business. You know, and it might sound stupid. I'm pretty sure like he's mentioned it before, but like I noticed I don't remember when, but I noticed like the hair got dyed black again. So I'm like, okay, it's not only the character work, it's the complete, like you gotta change the hair, you gotta like just Paul. I like Paul a lot because you could tell, you know, what he gives to the business. And it's also that minor details like not sleeping and not like so he could look more, you know, distressed with the new bloodline angle, or it's them little details make a big difference.
Yes.
So
I mean, the reason I knew that he's definitely playing heel, because if it was a face Paul Heyman,
right,
he would have a Yankees hat on.
yeah, true. But yeah, I'm liking it, man.
Or he'd be coming out to the ECW music.
True. I liked Raw. I like what I saw. SmackDown, you know, that's tomorrow, so I'll probably catch that. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I caught one little clip from Dynamite, which was MJF trying to impress the Hurt Syndicate again.
I think I saw that briefly, but
it's not like you say, yeah, he had him fuck up two jobbers, or I don't know. It's starting to feel very dragged out now.
I would agree there.
And you're taking your number one star and basically not really doing all that much with them.
Right. Which brings me to the releases. Don't know if you saw like all the releases.
Yeah, it was like 15 releases and shit.
Something like that. I was only shocked by like 2 of them.
Yeah.
So I don't get where they come off with that. But yeah, I don't know. Those releases seem kind of weird.
Which one shocked you?
Both Dakota Kai and Cora Jade, like those shocked me.
Yeah, Dakota definitely shocked me.
Because I mean, if you're gonna release Cora Jade because of age, that doesn't make any sense. She's 24. She's got, but I thought that one was weird.
Let her get back to the Indies. Let her go to TNA.
But like, so if I could just voice my 2 cents here,
Go for it.
I know this will never like if this gets out, it'd be weird, but like I've noticed why do female wrestlers every time they get released, why do they leave like it's like an immediate jump from wrestling to OnlyFans?
Because the fan bases are pretty much the same.
I guess. And it's not like she has to do a lot to make it
She's probably not gonna. You're not gonna see nudes of her.
I know, I mean obviously not, but it's just I just find that weird, but could just be me.
No, I agree. Sometimes it's weird, and sometimes it's just like, okay, the fan bases are so similar. I kind of get it.
Yeah.
Once again, I'm sorry for my guest not being here on time yet. Or bigclutchcomics.com. Check them out. Basically, I just want to say fuck tariffs while we're waiting.
Sure.
I just saw BCW Comic Book Supplies now has 150% tariff tax on comic book bags and boards and boxes.
That's nuts.
I was not a happy camper about that. I also just want to say, and this isn't political, I'm just saying doing a tariff on American movies is kind of stupid.
Or non-American movies, right?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like the movie industry is hurting as it is.
That very true. Very true. Me personally, since we're going that route, I feel like a lot of studios, don't get me wrong, if you want to go to a movie, go to a movie. I just feel like a lot of studios are kind of missing the point. Meaning, like in the pandemic, everything was perfect. Everything was on streaming, but I guess now everybody's in that mindset. So like not everybody's gonna go and like spend whatever it is to go to see a movie.
I'd say it's like $12 plus for a ticket.
You're
like $10 plus for a pop, like $6 for a small popcorn minimum.
I mean, whether you look at it, I mean, if you're doing a dine-in, you're walking out of there with what, a $40 to $50 bill?
Yep.
So why'd you pay for the movie? Makes no sense.
Oh, exactly.
I don't know. That's why, like every time, like every week we're on here, you're just like, "Hey, did you see so and so's trailer, or like, did you get a chance to like go see a movie?" And I'm like, "No, because there's no point for me to go."
No, I hear you. I don't unless it's something I really really super want to see.
Right.
I wait.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I didn't see Thunderbolts just over the weekends because I didn't feel up to it.
I got you. Yeah, like I could go see Thunderbolts for free, but I'm just like, I'll wait.
Yeah, the only thing I know I'm rushing out for 100% for certain is Superman.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because I've seen every Superman since first Christopher Reeves one in the theater.
Crazy. Yeah, I think I'm the same way though. I'm thinking like Superman and most likely Fantastic Four.
Most likely for me, Superman, Fantastic Four, and maybe this new Karate Kid.
Yeah,
Depending if I have nothing going, if I have nothing better going on for that weekend,
right.
you know, it's like, what the hell?
I got you. But yeah, it's very few, you know? Very few. Like, don't get me wrong, Sinners is doing fantastic in the theaters, but me being a horror guy, like I can't do horror or suspense at all. So I'm just like, I'm not gonna go to a theater just to be like, oh shit. You know what I mean? Like my
No, yeah,
anxiety is through the roof. So
and also, God forbid if you're taking a family there.
mm-hmm.
My brother took the kids to go see Minecraft, and cost him like a small fortune.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Like I said, I do like 90% of my stuff by streaming, and at the end of the day, I'm still a DVD guy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I'm gonna do physical media, I still want to do DVDs.
For sure.
You know, but while we're waiting, what's the first thing I have on my hit list?
I believe it was his eBay store. Or yeah, his eBay
All right,
store.
this is the Big Clutch eBay store, and you know, this Wednesday he's gonna have the Battle Beast packs going up in his live store. The Battle Beast blind bags drop next Wednesday, and they're gonna be like one of the hottest things in comics.
Holy shit. The X-Men blue one he's got
Yep.
is nice. I can see why he's charging that much though.
Yeah, that was remarked and sketched by Jim Lee. He was one of the legendary X-Men creators.
Nice.
You know, can you show it to the audience? Because I think that's just beautiful.
Yeah. I thought I was showing it before, but let me full screen here. So here's the outline or the back, and then that would be the front. Sick comic for sure. The cover is just fantastic.
Hello, Big Clutch. Awesome sauce. We are live on the air, waiting for you to show up. I thank you for being a guest on the show. I thank you for the friendship and support. Stay awesome sauce. Come on and testify. Testify. Love you, brother. Thank you so much for everything. As we try to track down our guest, Big Clutch Comics, eBay/Big Clutch Comics. Next Wednesday at eBay Live, he's got the Battle Beast blind bags, which the packs are going to be off the chain. I give it the Pan of Doom approval. It's going to be amazing. You know, So like I said, everyone go support Big Clutch and everything he's doing.
For sure.
So what did I have on
The thing after the X-Men would be the Vengeance of Skeletor.
All right. I was going to ask Big Clutch, and I'll ask him if he shows up. If he thought that with Thundercats having a new comic book series and being adapted for a movie, and we got good friend of the show, Larry Kenny, God willing, Card Subject to Change showing up next Wednesday. You got all this new love from Skybound Entertainment, Transformers, and G.I. Joe. Dynamite Comics just brought back Captain Planet in a comic book form. His opinion if he thought that maybe He-Man may be the next to blow up.
It should, because aren't we getting a...
I know we're getting a new He-Man movie sometime.
Aren't we?
It's next year.
Hold on. Who was supposed to be a part of it? I don't remember. Oh, I think I do. Sorry, I'm just rambling.
No problem. That's what we do. Because we're professionals.
What was that guy's name? This guy. I thought we were, but I don't see it on the list. Ah, wait. Nope, that's not it. That sounded like a comic book thing, but I thought there was, I swear.
I think Christopher Masters of the Universe is slated for live action in 2026.
I'll figure it out.
But I love these He-Man minifigures. This first run that came with the action figures back in the 80s. I'm surprised that some of these are as cheap as they are.
Yes, you are correct. 2026. Expected. Oh, interesting. Okay.
What
Yeah.
interesting, sirs?
No, because I thought they announced Noah Centineo as He-Man, but I was completely wrong.
Who do they even have cast as He-Man in this?
Well, there's cast listed. So got a few names in there. I don't know if you're going to agree with one of them, but
All right. I've been wrong before.
well, I mean, we got the actor for Skeletor, and he hasn't had a good track record.
And does the actor have a name?
Mm-hmm. Jared Leto.
Jared Leto.
Mm-hmm. AKA Morbius.
I will give him the benefit of the doubt. Because, granted, I agree with you. His track record is shit. Morbius may be the worst thing in the whole Spider-Verse.
Possibly.
His Joker portrayal, I don't know what the fuck that was. But he's a decent actor. I think he's just been given shit to play with.
Very true.
So everything else with Skeletor is good. Is it going to be Alan Oppenheimer in the original OG animated series, or Mark Hamill in the Revelations? No, but with a good story and good effects, I think Leto can pull it off.
We'll see. I gotta definitely check in on the Tron series too, because I
And
feel
it's
like
coming out later this year too.
yeah, I saw the trailer for that and I was like, oh, that looks interesting.
Yeah,
So
but put back up this Avengers of Skeletor because I really want to highlight these.
where are we? Got it.
Yep, these are the mini comics that came with the action figures back in the 80s.
That's
81 to about 86. The action figure would be packaged with these mini comics,
sick.
which have some cool stories and amazing art. Bruce Timm, who would go on to, same with Batman animated series and Superman animated series, got his start with these mini comics. And these also predate the DC Comics Presents 47 and any other comic book appearance of these characters. And they're cheap as fuck.
Yeah,
Amazon stop.
looks good, man.
So this is one of the early Skeletor appearances, and it's only $13, so it's not that bad. Open Messenger. Where has my guest log gone?
I mean, we only got like 2 things left in the schedule.
No, there's one company in England. I'm not going to buy your gummies and your vapes. Having them shipped from the United Kingdom is going to cost me an arm and a leg, man.
Jesus. Damn.
You doing anything in the world of gaming?
Am I doing anything in the world of
Gaming at all?
A little bit of MLB, but I mean, I'm praying to God that GTA 6 doesn't get moved.
Yeah.
Because if it gets moved one more time, I'm going to owe somebody $100 and I'm going to be sad. So I need it to come out on the day it's scheduled, because that would make my entire year. But yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that day is a very important day. So
cool.
yeah.
Once again, shout out to Big Clutch Comics. Once again, I apologize for him being MIA. My suspicion is he probably took a nap and is still sleeping for some weird reason. That's what my spider sense is telling me. No harm, no foul. He's not the first guest to do that. He's not the last guest to do that. As I say, in the world of professional wrestling and stand-up comedy, cards subject to change. And this is live podcasting where anything can happen, but I love Big Clutch. BigClutchComics.com, eBay/Big Clutch Comics. Check out he's stuck in eBay Live next Wednesday. And I wish I knew exactly what time he was starting with that, but the Battle Beast blind bags that he's doing, him, my other homie, Big Leg Comics, and about 10 other eBay Live sellers. I cannot wait to see how this is going to play out and what some of these packs are going to wind up going for. 'Cause, you know, I know our homie Calamity _ Collectibles got 200 of these blind bags, and he opened them up already. And the crazy bastard.
Hmm.
You know, but you know, I can't wait for Invincible season 4. Just hope we don't have to wait so damn long.
Yeah, man, I actually have to like try to watch the series and pay attention. I don't know why. I think like my I don't even know if I have ADHD, but I probably do. It just for me, Invincibles. I know you might hate me for this, but like
No, man.
it takes a certain thing to like keep my attention now. So Invincible just wasn't like that thing to be like, oh shit, I'm glued to the TV.
Yeah, I think with a lot of the stuff that I bring up on the show, you got to be somewhat of a comic book nerd to appreciate.
Yeah.
You know, we can't have this show be all about tits and pussy, or YouTube may kick us off.
I mean, that's true.
You know, sometimes you got to play the Maitland Ward style of card, where you know occasionally you remember that you were once upon a time a sitcom star, and get in the door that way. So eventually, I had to like just remember when I was a whack packer back in Stern, and doing stand up and just keep myself on YouTube's good side that way. Like I said, I'm looking forward to seeing Maitland in about another month.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's cool.
I wish a certain promoter, a certain comic book convention promoter would take me seriously and let me book her for him. But go ahead, be a prude. Be a prude, MC. Be a prude. It wouldn't be the first time that you'll let a porn star get you kicked out of a venue. Mr. I booked Jasmine St. Clair, an untalented hack bitch, for 2 years. I said it. Jasmine St. Clair is an untalented hack. I said it. I stand by it.
I'm gonna Google 1 second.
The only reason she got anywhere in professional wrestling is because she sucked a bunch of dick and played up to the Blue Meanie's ego.
Oh, okay.
So what? She was the anal gangbang queen for about a year? Tell me when I'm telling lies, motherfuckers.
Okay.
Now, before I get myself kicked off or sued, what do I have next on my
what the? I'm lost. No, I'm good. The Wheaties thing.
All right. Speaking of people I want to tell to go fuck themselves, General Mills. Is I was gonna ask Big Clutch, BigClutchComics.com. Tell him what I'm sent you. I was gonna ask him about if he saw Thunderbolts and what he thought of the movie. Hopefully, if I'm feeling up to it, after I get a few things done for my recertification on something, and a few other little things I have to get done for business, maybe I'll go finally see it tomorrow. And plus, Pure Skew has a nice ass. Yes, I said that.
She's great.
But they released the Wheaties box.
Wait, they haven't released it yet?
It's sold out, though.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, like, what?
Yep. They're only available through the General Mills website. And these things are sold out on the General Mills website. What? You only limited these to 1,000, man. I've done like 1,500 or 2,000, but you know, it's not going for like 115 plus on eBay.
Yeah.
I mean, the cheapest I'm seeing on eBay right now, if you do an eBay search, is like 70, somewhere between 75 and 80 on the low end. You know,
So I have a question.
yes.
Even though you haven't seen it, what do you think about the name change?
I think it's brilliant marketing. The way they did it. You know, I knew the asterisk was going to be something special. And between that and also what they did for the after credits scene, which was spoiled to me.
Oh, shit. Okay.
That's because curiosity got the best of me, and I wound up. Let me find something to fall asleep to. And I said, well, I'll fall asleep to suffering from screen crush. And out about it that way.
Shit. Okay.
So between that and the ending credit scene, you know, I do think it's general. I know even for the comic book, the upcoming Thunderbolts comic book that Marvel was releasing, they just actually did the name change there as well. For more corporate synergy. And I'm sure I'll see one of these at a comic book convention somewhere where I can barter for something or make a deal. I'm just not gonna dive into film quite yet on it.
Right.
You know, but everyone knows how excited I was for the Wheaties box. Because, you know, I'm a 5-year-old kid at heart who still enjoys the joy of when getting stuff out of a cereal box was something special. When you had to dig through the box to get the crappy little plastic toy.
Mm-hmm.
Or you had to cut off the box to get the iron-on transfer. Or the board game that they would put in the back of the box. You know, so I can see this being a desired collectible down the road for cereal box collectors.
For sure.
You know, also, I did not get a picture of it. I also think that the popcorn bucket they released of the Red Guardians limo looks pretty dope too.
Oh, I'm gonna see if I can.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get used to this popcorn bucket. Fad that we've been doing for the last couple of years, which we have Japan to thank for. Open Messenger. I mean, it really blew up last year with Wolverine and Deadpool.
Oh, it does look sick.
Shout out to the audience, man. This looks like really freaking awesome.
Hold on. Oh, okay. So it's the entire thing. It's kind of crazy. Okay.
Hang on. Hey, Sean, yeah, you still got time to pop on, brother. Pop on now, man. All right, hopefully he'll pop on in the next minute or so. But yeah, doesn't this look sick?
It does look sick.
Depending on what they go for, I may actually splurge for one. Just so I want to see how it looks in person.
30, 40.
You see?
There's one for 50.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
24.
Yep.
So it depends.
I guess I'll see when I go to the theater. I'll see if my theater still, if my Cinemark XD still has them.
Yeah, it doesn't look bad.
No, it doesn't look bad at all.
Oh, the limo you were talking about.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. It doesn't show how it opens, but let me bring the dude in here.
All right.
Dude, I am so sorry, man. My brain got all scrambled.
Let me guess.
I thought it was
Did you
8.
take a nap?
I wish I took a nap. I got scrambled and I thought it was 8 p.m. Pacific for some reason in my head. So
All right.
Oh.
No worries. You won't be the first person from the West Coast to make that mistake on me. So no harm, no foul, buddy.
all right, good, brother. Thank you, man.
But Big Clutch Comics finally in the house.
What's going on, dude? So sorry, man. Why? Look,
No
you know that
problem,
West Coast.
Man. I've been promoting the store and the eBay Live for you throughout the podcast. In between talking shit on Jasmine St. Clair and wrestling and other stuff. So, what has Big Clutch got coming up for this upcoming Wednesday?
Dude, I'll tell you, I've been neck deep in this thing. So we've got so next week is the release of Battle Beast #1, and so I've been working with Skybound and with eBay on making these like collector packs. So these 3 packs of comics, and we're getting ready to launch them next Wednesday on eBay Live, and then a bunch of sellers are going to have them available starting Thursday on eBay Live. So that's been a big thing. And then Exquisite Corpses comes out next week too, and that's the big new James Tynion book, which is really awesome. So I've got a variant comic for that one.
I've heard nothing but really good things about Exquisite Corpses. Have you had a chance to read an advanced copy of it yet?
I did, and it's awesome. I'm stoked. This is definitely this is peak James Tynion. Like, it feels like he's been working on a lot of stuff to get to this point. So yeah, it's really exciting.
This reminds me of early Killing the Children as far as creep factor.
It's definitely got it's like a mix of The Purge and what's that like Battle Royale and stuff. It's a really cool vibe, and he's got this, he and Michael Walsh did an amazing job of creating these really cool killers, and they're all distinct and unique, and they look great, and yeah, it's pretty awesome.
That's awesome. So what you have something for? I know you got the 3 packs for Battle Beast, but you also have something for Exquisite Corpses as well.
Yeah, I've got the artist who is the key, the main artist for our Battle Beast packs. His name is Pete Carroll. He's a UK based artist, and got him to do a series of covers for Exquisite Corpses that we're doing across the board. So yeah, it's really exciting.
That is awesome. And that also drops next Wednesday?
Say it again.
That also drops next Wednesday on the 14th?
Yeah, it's next Wednesday too. Wednesday's the big day. It's huge for releases, man. It's crazy.
That's great.
And then the cool thing too, the Tiny Onion crew, so James Tynion's company, they're going to be here in LA for a party at Revenge of on, I think, next Friday. So that's a pretty exciting thing too. So I love those. The team that he's put together over at Tiny Onion are awesome, and so it's going to be fun to hang out with those guys.
Tiny Onion's always been good to me. Every time I've seen them, he was kind of shocked when I first met him because I had a cosplayer in a Punchline costume. Was a little too exposed, and I was like, it wasn't as shocking as when Siobhan Jordan recognized the actress I had walking around Amazing Las Vegas Comic Con a few years ago, but it was still like up there.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
So but like I said, I'm happy for him. How was Huntsville?
Dude, Huntsville was great, dude. The Mark Spears, Huntsville, I think it's Comic Expo or something like that. I forgot the exact name of it, but good little show. It's like, I think it was like 25 or 30,000 people. It's definitely a smaller size, but it was pretty awesome, man. Like we got to help out with Mark and kind of did like line control for him and like help the wrangle like the folks who are trying to get the exclusives and stuff, which was like pretty intense because he was doing, he does super rare books with Keen Spot. So like he'll do a metal and there's only 10 copies. And so you got all
I
these.
was looking on eBay and,
Yeah.
I saw some of the stuff that you guys had for Huntsville Comic Expo. And I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, there's some big books, man.
How does that pink look in person?
It looks really good. Yeah, it's a nice sharp looking cover.
So do you think Mark is up for doing more conventions in the future, or?
Yeah, it sounds like there might be there's possibly one in Memphis that he might be doing, so that's really sweet. And then it sounds like he's gonna do we've been trying to beg him to go to San Diego, but he hasn't committed to that yet. So we're still kind of bugging him on it.
Maybe you can help me get the message to him, because the owners of the Big Apple Comic Con want me to try to get him for Big Apple.
Oh wow, that's kind of cool. Yeah,
they want him for his. They want his first. Like, I've been friends with the people who own, Big Apple Comic Con ever since I was a 12-year-old punk kid. And as I just mentioned, I think Mark Spears would be a great guest. And you ever had that moment where you put your foot in your mouth right after you say something?
All the time.
I was like, oh shit. So now it's just trying to pitch the idea to Mark. And I know he kind of knows me from the Beyond Wednesdays crew, but it's not like I'm like Red Hood or any of the crew that he knows like well.
Oh yeah.
So, but he's got an open invitation for Big Apple Comic Con.
Oh, that's cool. That'd be fun, man. Hopefully, I don't know what his whole plan is. I think there's a Memphis show that he might be doing coming up, but I don't know where it all
That's
goes
a good
from
show.
there.
If it's the convention in Memphis, I'm thinking about, that's actually a decent show too.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think I just saw it posted up on Instagram the other day. It had his photo on there, so
that's cool. So, in your opinion, what makes a good first eBay live show?
What makes a good first eBay live show? Oh, man, that's
Let's
a
just
great
say
question.
by some grace miracle of God, I one day get approved. What would make a good first impression?
I think it's a good mix of, good product. So you want to have, really interesting stuff, whether it's, a mix of things, right? So you want some good high-end stuff in case you got a really hot room. You want some middle range stuff that, people are looking for at the current, whether it's a current variant or whatever. And you want some lower, the lower tier stuff. If you got to have some direct, right? So you need to have some stuff that just like, all right, this is not going to be a big seller, but I have it here in case the room needs a little time to get built up. And then, I think the other big thing is like, the personality and being able to kind of like, talk about the books you've got, and people want to know what what they're looking for. If you can kind of convey like, Big Leg does a really good job of like adding context to books that he sells. When he's on there, you think of like Webster's Vault, like Webby's got just passion. He's just hyped all the time.
I love Webster.
Yeah. So there's a good mix and all that stuff. And I think that, you want to find, you like any type, you do online podcasts and you jump on stuff. You want to make sure you're able to kind of, carry the room in case it's, feels dead. You want things to kind of just keep rolling. So
like when the guest of honor is like 40 minutes, behind schedule.
I mean, you just got to ramp, dude. And
Yeah.
sometimes you got to slap dick who doesn't know what he's doing.
Like I was joking around with JB before you came out. I was like, sometimes I just got to remember, one time in my life, I was a member of the Howard Stern Whack Pack. And it's just, okay, let's embarrass myself on in front of a live national audience. Just bring that to what I do for live selling.
Yeah, man. It's you have to be able to kind of pull your ego down and just feel like, hey, I can kind of just roll with stuff,
Cool. So outside of Whatnot and eBay Live, is there any other platforms that are good for just getting your feet wet?
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple other spots that I think TikTok Live has some sort of, they've got a live selling thing on their site. I don't know what it takes to get approved. I think it's called Nerd Crawler. Let me just double check.
I think I heard of them. I know there's something that a couple of the comic historian and the Cape Joels have been promoting as of late, that it was supposed to be some type of live selling platform.
Yeah, Nerdcrawler is there, and then I actually was like, I'm talking with there's a site called Palm Street, which they do their online sales for like plants and stuff, which is really neat. They do plants and people sell they also do crystals and other stuff. And I think they're trying to look into maybe expanding their stuff. So that sounds like a cool little platform too. So I think there's a lot of other opportunities out there, but of course, the big ones are, of course, eBay and Whatnot, and then TikTok.
Like I said, I do have something planned for OF, but I'm waiting for my friend to see if she's still up for cosplaying and selling my crap for me.
Oh, there you go. That's crazy. I like that idea.
Yeah, because we talked about it at one point, and then I had the cataract surgery, and got that and a chest cold at the same time.
Yeah, dude. How did the cataract surgery go, dude?
It was fast. I mean, they knocked me out with the anesthesia before I knew what was up, and a little bit more clarity in the left eye. Shadows are a bit brighter. And the pressure for the glaucoma part of it's down in the left eye. Thank God now it's down to about 11.
Oh, that's super good. Yeah.
And I got my next checkup and get my medical clearance to start lifting stuff again next Thursday. So, until then, I'm just going to, probably just do nothing tomorrow, but maybe go see Thunderbolts and be annoying on Modern Comic Mayhem on Saturday.
That'll be fun. Yeah, Thunderbolts was great, dude.
Because I have to remind Red Hood he's not the only badass on in the community.
There you go.
Have you seen Thunderbolts yet?
I did, dude. I really enjoyed it. It was awesome.
All right, without spoiling much, and I forget that because I already have all the major things spoiled for me. What did you think of the name change?
It's an interesting marketing ploy for sure. In the film when that thing happens, it's really cool. You're like, oh, this is cool, neat. But then to see them change billboards and all that stuff out there now is really wild, so it's kind of one of those wins. I kind of wish they would have, it's weird. You kind of wish they would have just called it Thunderbolts New Avengers. They would have called it
that from the start.
I think they could have probably done better, but I assume the box office was still probably pretty good.
Yeah, and the two scenes I watched on YouTube were the interaction between Sean Bastin and David Harper they have amazing chemistry.
Yeah, David Harbour he had some lines in this movie that I died. It was the funniest stuff I had ever heard. And it just, kind of just those weird dad jokey stuff, and I was like, this is crazy. So good.
Like I said, and if JP wants to show the picture again, I'm a little PO'd with one of their promotional tie-ins because it's sold out on the General Mills website. Can't believe
Lord.
they released 1,000 of the Wheaties boxes.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, I mean, they were only available for General Mills. And
hold on, I'm just trying to find the image.
All right.
Where are we?
Like I said, people, we're professionals here.
We'll get there.
But what's your opinion on collectible popcorn buckets?
I mean, I don't own any, but I think they're pretty sweet. Like, I think it's a pretty cool thing.
Amazon stop. I own one. I got the one from Venom Last Dance.
Oh, that's great.
Because I bought popcorn and they just handed it to me.
Wheaties box is on screen.
So this is the Wheaties box. Damn you, General Mills.
That's so good. Was that like a full release, or what was that?
It is they released the boxes only, and they were like $40 on General Mills.
Oh wow!
They were limited to 1,000, and no cereal inside.
Yeah.
And they're already going for like between 80 and like 115 on a second.
Come on, dude, that's crazy! Wow.
So what comic book movie coming up are you more excited for, Superman or Fantastic Four?
Oh, this is you're the hard-hitting questions right now, because this is a really tough one for me. I'm honestly gonna say Superman. I'm very excited for Fantastic Four. I think it's gonna be a really cool linchpin for the rest of the state at Marvel. But bro, like, Superman is Superman. Like, period. Like, as a kid, like, that was like the first superhero movie you saw. Like, Christopher Reeves was the guy, and so like it's got a really special space in my heart. So. And
for
then
me,
Crypto,
I started with
on.
the George Reeves TV show, and
yeah,
I've seen, like I was telling JD, I've seen every live action Superman since '78 in the theater.
Yeah, it's gonna be, the Crypto thing in there, like that in that trailer, that got my heart. Like, I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, anyone who loves a dog, I can't see how that preview scene doesn't tug at your heartstrings.
Oh yeah.
So, I'm surprised in another couple weeks so we don't get bombarded with crypto marketing.
Yeah, my buddy Drew did a really cool cover with Nathan Zerdy from One to Comics. He did a really cool one. He's got Supergirl holding Crypto. It looks awesome.
To check that out. Shout out to Wanted Comics. Much love to Drew. One of me says I have to reach out to him because I want to see if he still has a David Mack cover he did from a few years ago.
Well, I'm sure he's got a couple.
Yeah, he did a Daredevil 1 David Mack variant that I may be doing a signing with David Mack in the future.
Oh, that'd be cool, man.
Like Spidey Hunter saying hello.
What's up there, Spidey Hunter?
We got Spidey Hunter saying
Spidey
hello.
Hunter, what's up, brother? Thank you for hanging out. Catch Spidey Hunter on Drunken Chat on Friday nights, along with the rest of the crew. Or that's what, no, or is it Saturdays now? I forget. Hey, JD, what was the next thing I had on my hit list?
Did we get there?
Before I started trash talking like ex professional wrestlers slash B movie stars.
No, you're good. The last thing on the agenda was the original Fantastic Four trailer. We got that far.
Okie doke. You know, since I already can predict the hate that some people are gonna just not like the Fantastic Four movie, just because.
Yeah, I think there's gonna definitely be some, people are gonna, just be mad about everything. There's just people are just angry, and it sucks as fans that we are, we're so like in our heads about stuff, and it's hard to if a thing's not exactly perfect, we can't look past that, and I try to let it be like, in the moment. Like,
I just don't love it in an age where it's every 2 to 3 months we're getting something comic book related.
Yeah, dude. My 13-year-old self would have not believed that this could be how things are.
Just if you'll indulge me, can we roll the Roger Corman classic trailer?
Do it.
Which I'm surprised, which is on YouTube. To show everyone who's complaining about today's comic book movies, what we got.
Hold on, just trying to reconfigure my tabs.
All right, very cool. Have you ever seen the 94 Fantastic Four movie, Clutch?
I think like we got, God dang it, sometime in like the mid, like probably 97 or so, we got like a bootleg copy from like one of those like bootleg VHS vendors at like WonderCon in like Oakland.
Oh yeah, I mean.
Oh yeah.
Which were at every comic book convention from coast to coast. I picked up a copy in 98 at San Diego Comic-Con. And I was finally able to check it out. And
let's see.
Yeah, it doesn't get much love. I wish they would just have the balls to put this on Disney Plus.
We have the trailer. I'm just going to show it now.
Beautiful. Thank you, JD.
Cool.
It's walk time. The diamond is not for sale at any price. We are such things as dreams are made on.
So that is the Fantastic Four trailer from 1994. Piece of comic book history for everyone who's gonna whine and cry that, why did Caspar Jones read?
Oh, it's definitely nightmare inducing.
So what's next on the convention circuit for Big Clutch Comics, Wanda Comics, and Big Leg?
Yeah, right now we're looking at God, when are we? Dallas Fan Expo at the end of the month. I think it's May 30th through the 1st, I think.
Is that the one that's at the end of the month?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
has a hell of a guest list.
Yeah, it's got a great guest list. So we're looking at going to that show. And then we've got after that, I think there's gonna be I got a busy weekend in mid to late June. The same weekend, there's amazing Las Vegas Con. So the J Brothers are putting that show on.
Nice. Is that the second to last week of June or the last?
I think it's
week?
like around the 20th of June, like June 20th or something like that.
I'll have to double check because I'm hoping it does not conflict with Garden State Comic Fest because I've already committed to Garden State Comic Fest because of the guest list. Garden State Comic Fest has Maitland Ward, Mark Bagley, and Sergeant Slaughter.
Yeah, the J Brothers for this one, they've got J. Scott Campbell, Ryan Otley, and like another big writer. Who is it here? I'm sorry.
So are you guys gonna get Red Hood to come out there?
Oh.
Yeah, it's also a busy weekend too because that same weekend in Vegas, I'm going to Magic Con, which is the Magic the Gathering convention. It's
Ooh,
there,
that's
so,
that's awesome.
Yeah, same weekend. So
yeah, so like I said, I kept a lot of my summer light because at one point I didn't know exactly when the cataract surgery was going to be and how much healing time was going to be involved. You know, so I kind of didn't really plan my convention schedule out all that much. Do you know what the game plan is for San Diego at this point, or?
good question, man. I think it's late and early at the same time. I know that we're trying to work out some stuff with the Beyond Wednesday's crew to be at the show.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I was thinking about like sometime after Monday bothering Big Leg and just if some miracle if I can find. I mean, it's finding a flight. It's not the thing that worries me the most.
Yeah,
it's just seeing, hey, if I can coordinate to maybe crash at the Beyond Wednesday's B&B for a night, even on the patio in a doghouse.
yeah. I think it should be a fun show. I think there's I think a lot of the crew are talking about going out there, so it's going to be a busy one.
So, yeah. So I'll just sometime in the next 2 weeks try to coordinate with you guys and see what's going on.
Yeah, dude, that'd be great.
And this is a question I want to get your take on as far as conventions. What do you feel we can do to make it a little bit more handicap friendly?
Oh, bro, there's probably a ton that they could do, man. Like I will admit that I sadly don't know enough about most of the space, and I think that all you ever really see is folks with on the carts and all that stuff, but it doesn't seem like it's really super accessible to people with like vision impairment or anything like that. So yeah, I don't know like what is the best way to go around it, but I do think that there needs to be some real-time fixes made to make it easier for folks with definitely vision impairment.
I've seen vast improvements in the last 30 years.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's just like I go to some shows and it's got shit. I am the handicap community here.
Yeah. It's a tough thing too, because I think that there are a lot of people who take advantage of the handicap registrations for conventions and folks.
Unfortunately, I've seen let's just say security at the Jazz Center 3 years ago did not like my mouth when someone goes, "Hey, I'll give you $50 if you let me be your guide just to get me in the door so I can get an exclusive Funko Pop."
Oh my God. Yeah.
And that was not the right thing to say to me when I'm sleep deprived I've not had any caffeine. And I've been waiting online since like 4. I got in line at like 6 in the morning. You know, because I left my laptop at my friend's booth that night. And I was
dude,
just like,
it's tough, man.
I just like flipped out, and security's like, to security, and they're like, okay, calm down. And I was like, you don't understand. I got asked like 4 times in the last 2 hours. I was like, I don't know you. It's just like complete strangers coming up to me. It's like, hey, man. It's like, what's that sticker on your badge? Because for New York, they put this big special needs sticker on your badge. You know, so I explained to them what it is, and I said, yeah, it's for me to get a health aid for someone to help me walk me around.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, wow.
So I learned the hard way to keep my mouth shut now.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, dude. But as long as you and other folks keep advocating for, for them to kind of take to action, I think it's a good thing.
Because I occasionally come up with ideas. And most of the, like I said, by miracle, they can make it out to amazing this year. Because that's always a fun time. You know.
Yeah.
I just got to be like, hey, Jimmy, can I please have a one extra pass just for a friend of mine? And I think the last note was, make sure your friend wears all her clothes this year. He goes, this is not the other event in town. This is a family-friendly affair. And I'm like, whoops, sorry about that.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I can't control what my friend wears. And I was like, it gets hot in June. I can get away with wearing less in public in Vegas in June. I do it too.
Oh my God.
What did you think of WrestleMania this year?
Dude, it was awesome, man. I really enjoyed it. I went to.
Were you there live?
I got to go to night number 2. So that was really awesome. Ended up having my buddy Brian flew in from Boston. He was there all weekend. So he went to the SmackDown and then both nights of WrestleMania, and he went to the Raw and he went to NXT. And so he had a packed one, but I could only come out for one day. So I came out on that Sunday, and it was fun, man. I know that a lot of people were just like, had issues with the main event and stuff, but I thought it was just fun and weird and just different. It was something that was just odd.
I mean,
but
it wasn't the worst main event in WrestleMania history. It was just a little weird.
It's I didn't know what to expect. I kind of figured, Cena would win, but I mean, I'll admit, like, I absolutely loved his entrance and the fact that it was just like, very just kind of just sparse and dark and just whatever, I thought that was super cool. Yeah, man, it was good.
I just hope some of the kids he's starting to point out in the crowd and putting on blast are getting something after the fact.
Yeah.
The SmackDown after Mania where he's like, great, you taught your little kid how to give me the finger. That's awesome.
Oh, dude, seriously.
I love the Paul Heyman turn.
Yeah, that was a fun one. Didn't expect that to happen. That was great.
And I like the fact that they put Braun Breaker with them. And I still wish they would let Braun Breaker use the Steiner name, but that's just me.
I kind of wish that too, but it's also funny too, because I think weirdly enough, like Scott Steiner's son is named Braun as well. So Bronson or has a very similar name. So I'm guessing he might use the Steiner name when he comes in versus, Breaker doing his one. So, yeah.
That's good. And Scott Steiner's always fun. I've met him at a couple of conventions. But yeah, and then of course I'm still kind of watching AEW, but at the same time I'm not watching it at the same time.
Yeah, it's hard, dude. It's so hard to catch up on everything. There's so much stuff out there, and it's like either trying to watch, I don't know what, like 10 hours of wrestling per week if you're trying to watch both shows, or if you're trying to watch just, Andor or any other shows that come on. Like there's just so much going on. It's crazy.
I haven't even. I still need to finish Andor season 1. So I'll eventually get to it. For me, I'm a casual Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm more of a fan of say like the Family Guy and the Robot Chicken Star Wars parodies than anything else. Did you guys also out of the Beyond Wednesdays Grommet 7?
Wait, say that again?
I want to congratulate you and all the entire Beyond Wednesdays crew on your first variant.
Oh, dude, yeah. Super stoked, man. The Grommet 7 is super cool. Like, that was definitely a Brian and Big Leg, spurred that idea. Those guys have talked about grommets on the Beyond Wednesday show. Like,
Brian has been about grommets since it began.
Yeah, they love it. And so I was stoked to be able to kind of help them put that together. And I think it looks pretty great.
So whose idea was it for the Rush t-shirt?
That was a Leg and all three of us. We talked about, we were trying to figure out, we wanted to, the Rick and those guys said, hey, this is the art we can provide, but you can adjust any of the shirt designs or whatever if you want to switch it around. So they had basically that pose. I think they used that same kind of composition for an earlier reprint of issue number 1 or something, or maybe 2. And so, Big Leg is massive Bad Religion fan, he loves all that all the punk stuff from that time. So he was like, he really wanted to get the Corpse Buster logo on there somewhere, and we were trying to find something that fit well. And he was like, can we do 2 different punk shirts on both guys? And I was like, well, the one character is more punk and the other one is a little more like The Rock. And so because he ended up talking about Rush in like issue number 1, and said, let's just do an old, like an older Rush logo. And so they just kind of fit there, and we all kind of like agreed it would be kind of a cool way to kind of tie it all together.
All right, so if I wind up dropping like money on a vintage Rush t-shirt, I know who to complain to now.
Heck yeah, dude.
I'll go to Big Leg.
I blame Big Leg for everything, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's awesome. Outside of the exquisite corpses and the Battle Beast packs, what else is this Big Clutch got in the works?
Oh, dude, I got a couple things in the works for San Diego currently. That's my next big undertaking. Is try to get some stuff for San Diego dialed in. Yeah, really, that's my brain is set on 2 things right now. One is getting these Battle Beast packs, out to all the sellers and getting that stuff going for next week. And then the other side is just getting through and getting to, San Diego.
All right, sweet. Because for right now, it's just getting medically cleared and then focusing on Big Apple Comic Con and the other convention, which I don't need the name drop. Which happens at the end of October.
That's awesome.
So, what advice would you give to someone doing their first exclusive variant?
Oh, that's a good question. What are you trying to do? I'd say try to find, you want to find an artist that you work with, that and you really like, that you can kind of be passionate about. And then that, I think, comes across a lot when you're trying to, try to get people hyped on why they should buy it, right? Like you want them to be like, you want them to understand and get stoked about it. And if you're passionate about that artist, it's easy to get behind, you know.
Sweet. I have something in mind. I just gotta re-talk to the artist, and then gonna whip my web designer in gear, so I have the website up and running finally.
Oh yeah, dude, that'd be great, man. I'm all for it too. And also, I think the other thing to think about too is like when you look at like what is your like who you're working with, right, in terms of publisher and what the book is. So, you know, be careful about trying to jump into something that's got, you know, really massive high print run, because those are really tough to get through. So you know, I would definitely look for, you know, smaller independent publishers.
Yeah,
lower print run.
I initially was going to do something with Archie, but just the timing was off.
Yeah.
What really sucks, because it was a book I was really super wanted to do something with. Because it was the Riverdale meets Jay and Silent Bob.
Oh, that's funny.
You know, just because anyone who knows me knows that, you know, I am like a student like Kevin Smith.
He's one of the best.
I had an artist picked out, and then there's like I had a snag with the website, and then I got called in for the surgery, and I was like, no, I'm not going to be able to concentrate on anything else right now.
Oh wow.
So you know, like they say, timing is everything. So
yeah, dude, absolutely.
Yeah, but I'm seeing another opportunity. I just need to just figure out some you know, particulars.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm all for it, man. I think it's a great idea.
You know, and last but not least, how is the pack doing?
Dude, they're good, man. They're getting anxious to go on their evening walk, because I've had them kept cooped up inside all day as I've been working. But yeah, they're doing pretty great, man. Mama Dog's getting you know, she's getting a lot more acclimated to walking the neighborhood and getting kind of familiar with other you know, neighbors and stuff, which is cool. And
she getting better around other dogs yet? Because that last video she looked a little excited.
She is not doing that very well yet. She's still having a hard time. There's in the middle of our block, there's a Brianna and her mom Alex. They have a little pit bull puppy, and I say puppy, she's probably a year and a half now. But Mama Dog is I don't know, crazily infatuated with her. She like just sees her and she starts shrieking and getting really crazy. So we haven't been able to kind of introduce them together from really close, because Mama just gets really riled up. So I'd love to at some point be able to kind of have them play together and kind of see how that works out. But oh my gosh.
Baby steps, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And it looks like her and Mox are playing well together, though.
Dude, she and Mox get together. They play together so well, which is like a huge piece of like why like it made sense to kind of keep her. You know, when we came around, it's just like, you know, she gets along with Mox so well, and you know, Moxley really enjoys her. And it's funny, like when you go on walks with them, like you can really see how, you know, she kind of leans on him and takes a lot of social cues from him. So it's pretty great to see, man.
Like I said, the Mama Dog and Mox videos always put a smile on my face.
Oh man, I appreciate it. I gotta be better about doing more, you know, like I've been very slow about it. So,
you know, where can the audience find you online?
I'm at Big Clutch on most of the platforms, and then I'm also on eBay Live. If you go to my Instagram, there's a link tree with all my links and stuff in there.
And as always, Sean, I thank you for being my friend. I thank you for all the friendship and advice and support. I hope I haven't been too much of a pain in the ass.
No, dude, you're so fun to talk to, man. I really appreciate it. You're great when you're on the Wednesday show or on the Mayhem Show. It's great to watch you on there, dude. I appreciate you having me on. Of course, man. Of course, I'm sorry for being a big old slapdick and missing the time at the start of the show. So
I was like, wait a minute. I would have sworn I said 8 p.m. Eastern. I even was, trying to do that thing where you do a half a podcast and you try to just like look at your notes and shit in between. And I was like, maybe he just he either took a nap or got the time confused. And sure enough, I said, let me see one more
yeah, dude. I was like, my head, I was like, I knew it was 5, but in my head, I'm like, it's 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock. And like, what a dummy. I'm sorry.
Like I said, the mistake happened. I deal with a lot of people on the West Coast, so it's a common mistake. No harm, no foul.
Yeah, dude. Awesome, man.
And like I said, I may actually be in your neck of the woods in October for LA Comic-Con.
Yeah, that'd be awesome, man.
So I'm thinking of possibly, just saying the heck with it. And that's the one West Coast Comic-Con I have not done yet.
Dude, that'd be great, man. I'd be stoked to see you out here.
All right, my brother. You have a great rest of your night.
All right, dude. Sounds good, brother. Thanks, man.
And we'll be in touch.
All right, dude. We'll talk soon. Yeah, brother.
All right, peace.
Bye.
As always, I want to thank Mr. JB Wheels for being the man in the chair. Amazon, stop. I'm sure there's a couple times when throughout the week when he wants to kick me square in my balls.
I doubt that.
But thank you for being the man in the chair. Thank you for being one of my best friends, both off and on camera.
Absolutely.
And for sharing this journey with me. I couldn't dream of doing most of this without you, man.
No, I got you, bro. Really quick before we get out of here. Either Jason was in the chat or he's out of the chat. Just, wanted to let you know and me that it was his birthday today. So,
all right, Jason, happy birthday, man. I hope the house is doing well. I hope you're doing well. And I thank you for the support. Of course, everyone, BigClutchComics.com. Please check them out. Everyone, follow I am JB Wheels everywhere on the internet.
Yeah, man.
If you need tattoo aftercare, badrabbit.com/JB Wheels.
Indeed.
For your 20% off. I'd like to thank the Marco's Pizza for being the official pizzeria of the podcast. 1926 Union Valley Road, New Jersey 07421. 973-728-1344. Tell them Blind Adam sent you. You can get me on Instagram at The Real Blind Adam. X/Twitter at The Comic Pimp. eBay/Comic Pimp. Minivid/Blind Adam. eBay/Blind Adam. Minivids Blind Adam. Whatnot at The Comic Pimp. Excuse me. I love you all. Remember, you don't need sight to have a vision. Blind Adam out.